The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff or management of Visionary-related entertainment.
Aloha and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Caldwell Banker, Sakamoto Properties. Today in the studio, Roy is here, Roy Sakamoto, Betty Sakamoto speaking, and...
You know, that's a great lead-in song.
Isn't it the best? Danny
love
Couch.
Hawaii.
We better start talking about that again before Danny calls us and says, I think you better stop using my song.
Yeah.
But he did know at one time,
Yeah.
but it's probably 15 years ago, forgot about it, and thought, what are they doing, still using that? But it is the best song. I love Hawaii.
Tons of reasons to love Hawaii.
There are, and that has to be one of the best Hawaiian songs of all
Maui.
time.
Yeah.
And
Love
Maui. Maybe we better change it to I Love Maui.
Talk to Danny.
Talk to Danny. Okay, good idea. Well, I don't know. We've been doing a lot of different things since the last show. But the big tournament at Kapalua.
Well, the holidays was... it came way too soon. It was, I don't know. It came and went in a hurry.
It sure does.
It all blended together, too. It was, we had daughter and her family over for Christmas. They left Christmas Day and then New Year's. And we went right into the Sentry Tournament of Champions.
Which was pretty fabulous. We had a booth for our company, and, so it was really a Caldwell Banker Sakamoto booth, and there were 5 of us that were involved in it. But we all had just people coming and going. We had it down to a science, how many people we could have in the booth at any given time.
Yeah, right on the 18th green. It was
spectacular.
Fantastic. We had great food, great drinks, and... couldn't find a better location.
No, we got to see every shot on the 18th hole, and we walked around at different times to different holes. But mostly we stayed put because it was all of our clients that were going to be there, and everybody just had the greatest time, really, to get up close and personal like that with the pros. It's always a great moment.
It really is. It's and the weather was just awesome.
Weather couldn't have been better.
Fantastic.
I don't think there was any rain at all.
No.
Nothing.
Little fog, but it was really good. Really good weather.
Yeah, I think perfect weather.
And a champion who broke the course record.
That was unbelievable.
I don't see how he shot 34 under. Wow.
No, it was. But, I guess perfect weather, perfect this, perfect, everything was perfect. And there were people close to him. What was the next score? Not that I would know, but
2 shots back. I believe.
2 shots back. So it's not like he won by 10 strokes or something, but he did play. He played really hard and
Hideki Matsuyama from Japan.
Yep. The second person was also from Japan, but
no.
Who was
he
second?
was actually he had local roots. Colin Morikawa.
Well, that name happens to
name
is Japanese. Excuse me.
But
I'm going to cut. Let's talk about it for a minute.
His grandparents used to have Morikawa restaurant on Front Street in Lahaina. Best Saimin. It was really, really good Saimin.
And you remember that?
I remember. Absolutely.
Really? So was he born here?
No.
So where was he born?
California, I believe. That's where he lives now.
Yeah.
Heck of a player. He's won 2 majors. The PGA Championship and the British Open. So
that's some really great tournaments to win.
Yeah. If you're only going to win 2 tournaments in your career, those are great.
I think he's going to
win more, though.
He'll win more.
Yeah.
And he's so nice. Very, very nice.
And he's done a lot for Lahaina Relief. My understanding is he's helped distribute food. He's donated a lot of money to Lahaina Relief Effort. So thank you, Colin.
I think in general the tournament donated a lot of money to Lahaina.
Variety of charities.
And a variety of other charities. But
right.
I think it's amazing. The tournament brings so much to Maui, to Lahaina, to the whole island.
Absolutely. The exposure is great. And again, the charities involved, Hale Makua, there's Lahainaluna Foundation, Junior Golf. There's a variety of charities that benefited from this great tournament.
Lahainaluna High School, I know, is benefited greatly from the tournament.
And I'll tell you, Sentry has kind of adopted Maui as a second. I wouldn't call it a second village, but there's a brotherhood between where Sentry is located in Wisconsin and Maui, and they've done a lot.
Well, it sure seems that way. I mean, it was a fabulous tournament. Everything about it
Yes.
was really great.
It was.
So
we're just getting over the hangover from New Year's and the tournament.
from New Year's and the tournament, the holidays. The holidays were pretty great this year, I think. I mean, it was a little hard for us because somebody, my daughter, who's a Lahainaluna graduate, Julie Flynn Sherlock, she came with her family. They got here on the 17th, and the plan was, and they did, go home on Christmas Day because the fare was so much less. And it was their plan, and then they had a tree set up at home. So when they got back home, they had another Christmas. So I think it was perfect for them. And it worked good for us because we were going to go right into this thing at the golf tournament. So I think everything ran smoothly, et cetera. And then we seemed to be right back to real estate.
Yes.
It's been interesting.
Julie's youngest son plays for the University of Washington soccer team.
Yep.
And I couldn't believe what this kid eats.
Oh, unbelievable. He is really skinny. I mean, he is not
Well,
a
he's
big kid. I mean, he's tall.
6'1", something like that. But on the slender side. But he starts off with a loco moco and a hamburger.
Yeah, he would go down to the Honolulu store before breakfast. Exactly. And we weren't funding it. So he'd go down
Thank
there,
goodness.
come back with all this food. Some of it would be gone by the time he got back. And were they walking down at that point?
Running down.
Running down, yes. Yeah. I guess they weren't walking. But it was really pretty fun to watch this eating routine.
Yeah. They'd work out. They'd come back about 10 o'clock and have a pre-lunch meal.
Yes.
Which could be almost anything.
And then where was everybody going for lunch was
Right.
The next question.
No, I'm glad we're not feeding him. It was scary to watch him eat.
It was pretty great.
But the University of Washington soccer team, the Husky soccer team, is one of the best in the nation. So he's had exposure with the Big Ten, being part of the Big Ten conference now. They've traveled from Seattle to as far away as New Jersey to play Rutgers. They've played Ohio State, Indiana, Illinois. So great experience for them.
Yeah. So what about real estate today?
What about real estate?
You know, without getting to specific listings, it does seem like the market is going to get more interesting, I think, as we go along right now.
It is. It really is. It's it's almost like turning a new leaf as we enter 2025. There's a lot happening in the real estate market. There's listings. There's more listings on the market. It's turning into a little bit of a buyer's market. There's some good buys out there, but and interest rates are kind of holding steady. They're not dropping as fast as we'd like, but there's still sales being made. Call us. We can give you some mortgage sources. You can call me, Roy, at 808-870-7060, or Betty at
808-870-7062.
Or hit our website, sakamotoproperties.com. Come to sakamotoproperties.com, and you'll have access to every listing in Maui County, which includes Lanai and Molokai also.
Or walk into our office, which is right on Office Road at Kapalua, and pretty easy to find. It used to be the Kapalua Realty space. Now it's the Caldwell Banker office. We have an agent there all day, every day, from about 8 o'clock in the morning until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And so it's a great opportunity to talk to someone. and ask questions about what's going on, what you're thinking. And wherever you are in the market, there's somebody that will be around and be able to help you with it and spend some time. And maybe it'll take a couple of years before you actually find what it is you want. But I think it is worth right now. I think the lower end of the market, I think, is going to be interesting. I think it could have some great deals happening in the not-too-distant future. The upper end of the market still seems fairly strong, but I'm not sure. I'd have to say I'm not sure where it's all going. You may have a different feeling than I do, Roy, but I've had a feeling for a while that we could see some changes happening.
Well, the upper end of the market has been extremely strong. The upper end being, say, 3 million plus. There's most of these are second home buyers. They're from the mainland. Not so many foreign buyers right now, but mostly West Coast, mainland, second home buyers. And it's been extremely strong as far as West Maui and South Maui. The Kihei Wailea area, Kapalua, very strong. Kanapali.
Absolutely. I mean, I agree with you. It has been extremely strong. I think, again, the lower end of the market, I think somebody's looking for a home. I think there's possibilities if you start to watch the market with your broker, whoever that is, talk to them and tell them, what you're qualified for, and then start working with them with the areas that you can live. Like surely we wouldn't try to live in Wailuka or Kahului or Wailea. We're out on the west side, and we're not going to start driving hours, and nobody is. But I think if you talk to an agent, we have agents all around the island called Well Banker, and you'll find someone that will spend time with you, and eventually you'll find a property that you would buy. So it's worth looking into it. It's worth paying attention to the market at this point.
Absolutely. And, the market has changed as far as representation. If you're kind of hesitant about working with a realtor, I'll tell you why you should. You'd be working with a real professional. There's license standards. There's a code of ethics that a realtor has to follow. And you've got to work through a realtor. Don't work through just anybody that has a real estate license. Work with somebody who is a realtor.
Absolutely. And that is the truth. You've got to find somebody that you trust, and, a licensed realtor is someone that has worked really hard. But I think, form a relationship with them. It's not like you're going to walk in the office and buy something today. Maybe you will. I mean, you might walk in and they just got a listing on something. We'll take a look with them. Take a look, see if it's something that works for you. But, if they start realizing and watching the market, the minute they hear something, they can call you, they can text you, they can email you. We're all pretty reachable these days. So I think it really is worth it. And living in Maui is never going to be simple. And I don't think it's going to ever be inexpensive. But again, start watching it and see what happens. Talk to your realtor. Find a realtor. Come in our office at 129 Office Road.
700 Office Road.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did I come up with 129? I'm
know.
not sure. Oh, well, yeah. I like that address, 129.
Yeah.
Or go to 700. They're kind of close.
Yeah.
Real close.
Real close.
But I think, again, talk to someone. It's time.
Absolutely. And even if you're just looking for a rental, vacation rental or long-term rental, contact us. Again, go to sakamotoproperties.com. It will give you entree to rentals also, long-term, short-term rentals. And, we never know who's listening to our radio show, but I get a lot of comments from realtors around Maui that they've listened to our show, and also from people far and wide.
Absolutely.
Around the world, since, we've got clients all over the world, and they've said, hey, we can get online. You can get to sakamotoproperties.com. We can look at some of your past shows and so forth. So it's a fountain of information.
It really is. And if you look at it, it's on your website. You can get it really easily to the radio show. But it is fun because even when we look at it after a while, we kind of laugh at ourselves. But it is what it is. And it's been great. people love watching it and hearing. Today, obviously, we're just kind of, I think, in the end of the holiday thing, not really, I don't know. We talked on the way over about what we thought was going to be important, and partially it was just that the market is interesting. It's changing a little bit. Again, upper end, I think, is still fairly strong. Lower end, not so sure, but I think it's...
But, again, that's why you should be working with a realtor who can monitor the market on a day-to-day basis and contact you and say, hey, now's a great time to buy, now's a great time to sell, whatever your interests are.
And pretty much once you've aligned yourself with someone, you'll be on their list every day. So they'll get up, and as they look at the new things coming on the market, you'll be one of the people that they're going to be thinking about you.
Absolutely.
So I think that they get up, and the more they get attached with you, they know your family, they know what's going on, you'll stay on the list. And at Caldwell, we have so many agents and so many offices everywhere that everybody is hearing new things coming on everywhere. So worth talking to us.
That's right. We have an office our main office is actually Kihei. We have satellite offices in the Wailea shops, at Kapalua, upcountry, in Kahului.
We still have that small Kanapali office, don't we?
No, not right now.
No? Okay.
No.
I thought it
No.
was still open.
No.
Okay.
But, that's, come see us.
Yeah, come see us. Well, give us a call first, Roy, 808-870-7060. Roy Sakamoto, Roy at sakamotoproperties.com. There we go.
Yeah. How about talking about a couple of listings?
Let's go for that.
Okay.
Let's take a moment. We run out of time in a hurry doing this, so I think it is time we take a look at some of them.
You have one that Elizabeth Quayle has listed.
Oops, let me find that. Ooh, this is a great listing, and I saw this with her the other day. 5184 Lower Honoapialani Road. It is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, small home, listed at $1,750,000. It has a great view. It's in really great shape. It's an older home that's been upgraded. Let's see, when was it built? I'm not seeing that on here. Well, it was originally, it looks like 1956, and it was upgraded in 2020. But I think really good shape. You'd have an inspection as part of it. But it really is. It's like a little cottage. She refers to it as this dreaming Apili cottage, floats above 3 lower homes in this CPR property. It has huge views from the lanai, living room. It's an amazing place. I spent some time with her there the other day as she was getting it in order, and everything is spotless. It looks good. They've got a great gardener taking care of everything there, which is way worth doing. And Elizabeth is one to really talk to about this. Her personal phone number is 808-276-6061. And she's been amazing through the whole market. She's sold the very top end of the market, and she's always willing to spend her time taking you around to see properties and to take care of you and see to it that you find the best thing for yourselves. Again, her phone number, 808-276-6061. Elizabeth Quayle.
Here's one in Kanapali Hillside. It's at 134 Piha'a Street. It's for a large family. This is perfect. It's 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. It's about a little over 4,500 square feet, actually, and built in 1996 and redone in 2008. It's really in great condition. It's listed at $3,850,000 by Marianne Fitch and Mihaela Stoops from our office. And this is one that you definitely should take a look at. 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, big house, but if you've got an extended family, large family, this is one to really take a look at. Has great views from the Kanapali hillside.
You know, here's another one that I just, we've got a pile of these listings that we brought along with us. And this one is listed by Mihaela Stoops also. Her phone number is 808-357-4000. It was listed higher at $360 when it first came on the market. It's listed now at $299. and Maui Lani Terraces, number E308. Smaller third floor unit, studio, one bath. It's one really worth taking a look at. If you're looking to get into the market, you want to own your own property. The maintenance fees there are under $700 a month, and taxes are fairly low. So I think it's worth calling Elizabeth on this one and taking a look, because there are so many things like this. And to keep paying huge rents, it's worth looking at something. Absolutely worth it.
The price is certainly affordable, and it's a great starter home. So that's one that definitely should be going in the near future.
Absolutely, I think you're right, Roy. Kahana Manor, Ray Chin has listed $555 and $555,000. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. I think it has primarily a mountain view, but again, they're a reasonable size unit, and it's worth, again, taking a look at something like this. It's not going to be inexpensive, but rents have gotten more and more expensive. You'd probably start out with a little bit of a higher interest rate. Over the years, I watched someone who bought a home at a certain time in the market that things weren't really running off the shelves, and she ended up with a high interest rate, but then within a year and a half, the market changed, and she ended up with a much lower interest rate, and it was the best thing she ever did. Totally changed her life.
Yeah, people are saying, well, mortgage rates are high and so forth. My recommendation is to look at adjustable rates. You can get adjustable rates at I think down in the 5s now for adjustable mortgages, and it's not a bad way to go. Have it set for 5 years, minimum of 5 years, and refinance at any time. Certainly within the next 5 years, interest rates are going to go down. So be a great time to refinance, but it's a very favorable method of financing to get you in the market today.
Absolutely. And interest rates go up, interest rates go down, prices go up, prices go down. Things have a way of changing. Ray Chin has another listing at the Breakers, unit D35, a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. And again, I think it's a great thing at the Breakers.
It's a great owner-occupied building.
It is, and I think it's one that you could live in and enjoy for a long time.
Yeah, very affordable. It's a great location, right in Kauai. It's really great. There's before we close, there's one thing I'd like to say, and our hearts go out to all the LA fire victims. Pacific Palisades, Altadena, areas in the Los Angeles area. We, of course, went through the horrific Lahaina fire, and our hearts go out to all of those displaced by the Los Angeles fires. We have clients who were displaced, families, their families were displaced. Fortunately, none that we knew, as far as right now, that have lost their lives, but horrible fires there in Los Angeles.
It is terrible, and it makes you realize, too, though, how much the Lahaina people suffered. It was a smaller number of home. It was a smaller this, smaller that, but the hurt is still going on, and how houses are not getting rebuilt fast enough.
No.
There's got to be a way that something happens that pulls it together, and we have Danny Couch back here with I Love Hawaii.
We love Hawaii.
So we love Hawaii and love Danny Couch.
Aloha.
I would go see Danny again in a minute, anywhere.
Absolutely.
Anyway, aloha.
Aloha.
Thanks for listening.